anniversary. Details are ahead. Plus, St. John's College class of 65 to 67 giving thanks. Stay close to find out why. Author Terry Bain has a new book on core Bahamian principles that could shape our society. That should be a good read. And coming up in sports, day 2 of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament is now history.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks so much for tuning in. Kudos to Terry Evans Bain for writing a book on Bahamian principles and values that shaped our society. Make sure to stay tuned for that story later on in this newscast. But let's dive right into the news now, shall we? It's the 110th anniversary of the Bahamas Girl Guides Association, and this year, the country's premier mentorship organization for girls and women will be retracing the footprints of its history through a number of activities planned this week. On Sunday, the group kicked things off with a special church service at St. Joseph's Catholic Church on Boyd Road and planned to culminate the week with a pep talk by the Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, and a Think Day initiative at the Xavier's Lower School. So far, the organization has about 2,000 plus sunflowers, brownies, rangers, and guides scattered across the country and are affiliated with about 10 million Girl Guides around the world. Chief Commissioner Leisha Burrows talked about the impact guiding has made on young women and girls in our communities.
We look in our society, we see so many examples of girls who would have experienced guiding and developed some of their early leadership skills through this association, and they are in all sectors of our society, in medicine, in teaching, of course, we know many educators, in communications, in public policy making. So we have had an impact on this nation.
Tira Johnson, District Commissioner for East 2, says she's made some lifelong friendships as a former guide many years ago and strongly believes her experiences over the years has now prepared her for this leadership role.
I've been in guides from before there was sunflowers, so it has impacted me very much. You know, coming up through the ranks from brownie straight up to young leader, now leader, and I've held many positions within the association. It has taught me how to, you know, be a sister, actually, you know, to each and every person that I am acquainted with. It has also aided with my leadership skills, because I was truly a shy person, but being in guides, it has taught me how to step out and go beyond my boundaries.
A much-needed time of bonding for the St. John's classes of 1964 through 1967. They paused at their reunion last week to express gratitude because, unlike some of their schoolmates, they're still above ground. Dr. Philip Heiler and Athama Bose.
Every time we meet like this, we got to go to a funeral. Right now, where we are, we should be, you know, getting together because our time is limited.
Coming together today is to cause us to remind ourselves of what we went through. Some of us are what we thought we'd be, and some are not what we thought that they should be, and although are very successful.
Successful indeed. The star-studded class comprising of BTC's Deputy Chairman Valentine Grimes, Philip McCartney of McCartney's Pharmacy, and composer of hit Bahamian single Funky Nassau, Raphael Ray Munnings, who fondly remembers being a lad at the school.
The last time I checked, I was 17. That's 77. And so when I went there, I was about 12. We formed a nightclub, not a nightclub, a band while we were in St. John's. We were called the Vibrations. As a matter of fact, Athama Bose was one of the singers within the band. And that's how we became friends. From then to now, that is, the song Funky Nassau is actually 55 years old. It was recorded in 1970.
Terry Evans Bain is set to release a new book that delves into the core traditions, rules, and principles that share the Bahamian society and how those costumes have seemingly faded in modern times. West Calix Forbes sat down with the author.
In her upcoming book, The Road I've Trod, Volume 2, Legacy of Wisdom, author Terry Ann Bain reflects on the sacred practices that once defined Bahamian living, many of which she believed are at risk of being lost in time.
We have lost a lot of what we grew up with. Discipline, respect, going to church, forgiveness, that's what we were taught. And so, as I wrote this book, I reflected on the Bahamian family. And I would love to see some of these values come back. And so the legacy of wisdom is really centered around that.
One of the most significant topics that being tackled is a tradition of keeping Sundays as a day of reverence and rest. She reminisced that when she was growing up, Sundays were always sacred.
Ensure that their spiritual education is on par with their secular education. Some people, they don't let their children miss school because they pay school fees. But then they allow them to stay home for church. Sometimes they don't go to church for months and months. So that's not the Bahamas we grew up. And Sunday was a sacred day. Growing up, very few stores open on Sunday. Gas stations didn't open on Sunday. You get to fill your tank up on Saturday.
The author also has strong belief in the traditional role of godparents in the Bahamian culture. She also contended in the past godparents were chosen carefully and often in secret. Their selection was seen as a significant act within the family.
Recently, christenings now are, I think it's almost like a pageant. We have parents, children being christened, up to 20 godparents. And it has to be color schemed. And afterwards, after christening is very large. Now, in my era, when you chose godparents, you were very careful who you chose to be godparents because they were chosen to take your place if you were not here to enforce the values that you had. And so it's different now.
From heartfelt reflections to timeless lessons, this book shines a light on the strength of faith, the importance of family, and the enduring power of respect and compassion. If you're interested in one of Terry Ann Bain's books, they're available on Amazon. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Good story there, Wes. And still to come, our total sports team is in place at the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament. We've got an update, so keep it locked.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
What? You don't know who TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Our drone pilot is close to home tonight. You're looking at a live shot of the Collins Avenue area. Let's take a flight on over to Grand Bahama. Carnival Cruise Line guests are just 5 months away from experiencing Celebration Key's 5 portals to paradise. To kick off the countdown to the official opening this July, Carnival Corporation executives got a behind-the-scenes look at this new exclusive destination over on Grand Bahama as construction enter its final phases. They marked milestones in construction progress across the expansive beachfront destination and highlighted Celebration Key's sustainability commitment. In a nod to the maritime tradition of a keel laying for a new ship, they placed commemorative keys into Celebration Key's signature sun castle, the centerpiece of the destination's 5 portals. During their tour, the Carnival leaders also joined team members planting palm trees from the Plant a Tree Community Engagement Program launched last year as part of a broad preservation initiative that has involved replanting thousands of native trees across the property. About 500 workers are on site daily as construction continues around the clock to prepare the destination for its summer opening, when Carnival Vista will make the inaugural call on July 19th. Let's check in now with Amo Jal, who is standing by at the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament. What's happening out there, Amo?
We're here at the AF Adderley Gymnasium site of day 3 of the 41st edition of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament, with action well underway as the St. John's Giants lead 49-23 over the Kingsway Saints. And traditionally, day 3 is when things tend to heat up a bit as the Family Island teams come to town. And joining me is one of the perennial powerhouses from Grand Bahama, Sunland Baptist coach, and my good brother from the north, Jay Philippe. Jay, you guys play next. Just tell me a bit about what do you hope to see out of your team in the first game?
Well, we're coming back with revengeance, respectfully. You know, we would have lost in the championship last year to C.I. Gibson. My guys are still devastated from that loss. And so we understand that it's an assignment. Some really good teams in the BAISS and GSSA. And so our mindset is just to come out there and compete as hard as we can. We have some talented players. It's a brand new team with one senior that would have returned from last year's starting lineup. But hey, we have to play in games between the 4 lines, and so we're excited about the opportunity. Just came in town today, have to come on the court right away, getting ready to play right now, and so we're excited about what we can potentially do in this year's Hugh Campbell tournament.
And Jay, Sunland is no longer one of the better kept secrets in high school basketball now. You know, when guys think of Hugh Campbell, you guys now have a target on your back, so to speak. How do you deal with that in terms of communicating that message to your players?
I think we have to embrace it. You know, being one of the powerhouse teams over the past few years, we had some success over the last 6-7 years, and so my guys understand their assignment. We embrace the competition. We understand that we have one assignment really in Amo Jal, and that's to go out there and do our best every time we compete. And once my guys do their best, I'm certain that we can come up with a victory. So we understand the pressure. We embrace the pressure. We're looking forward to coming out here and hopefully winning this championship and taking it back to Grand Bahama.
All right, good stuff. Appreciate it, Jay. We got you all caught up on the action from day 3 as well as scores from day 2 in the Sportscast just after this break.
With BTC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby Searcher Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby Searcher Tech.
So the 22nd, the Monarchy Foreshore comes alive with the Subdue It Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships. My, oh my. Come on out and witness the top junior skippers from throughout the Bahamas glaze through the waters competing for top prizes in the Opti Sunfish Laser and E-Class. And don't miss out in the best in youth talent and a special junk canoe rush out by the Junior Junk Canoe Champions. And did I also mention the best in native dishes? So if you're young or old, you don't want to miss this. February 20th to the 22nd at the Monarchy Foreshore Subdue It Knowles National Junior Sailing Championships.
The Sports Report is being brought to you by the Subdue It Knowles National Junior Sailing Championship.
Welcome to your Wednesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Day 3 of the 41st Hugh Campbell basketball tournament well underway here at the AF Adderley Gymnasium. On the court right now, a showdown between the St. John's Giants, who lead comfortably 54-29 over their BAISS rival, the Kingsway Saints. Before we get you caught up on the later schedule for tonight, a look at the highlights from Day 2.
Day 2 of the 41st edition of the Hugh Campbell basketball tournament continuing yesterday at the AF Adderley Gymnasium, with the competition heating up in pool play. Among the spectators was Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, who spoke on the talent thus far.
The kids are excited. That's what they all look forward to do and to playing. It's like the Nationals without the high school Nationals. So I say the best of luck to all of them, and may the best team win. Forward, as of Wednesday forward, we should see some very competitive games. I invite the public to come out and watch, support their favorite high school or their alumni, or whichever one that they think will become victorious. I'm looking forward to the matchups as the tournament progresses.
Game 1 featured the Kingsway Academy Saints going up against the Greenville Preparatory Academy Gators. The Saints took care of business early by gaining a 21-10 lead at the half and 38-14 lead to end the third. Keeping their foot on the gas, the Saints left no doubt in this one to join the win category, 57-20. Leading his team to victory was Kenyon Johnson with 10 points and 13 rebounds. Back from their intense victory on Monday night, the CV Bethel Stingrays took on the R.M. Bailey Pacers in Game 2, with the Pacers leading 13-3 after the first and 29-7 at the half. CV would look to get some redemption but could not get within 10 points as the Pacers kept pushing through until the end. In the final seconds, R.M. Bailey would take full advantage of this one, 54-17. Leading the charge would be Keith Barnaby with 16 points and 7 rebounds. In the third matchup, BAISS runner-ups, the Queens College Comets, look to redeem themselves against the CC Sweeting Cobras. The Cobras, coming out strong, would take a comfortable 30-16 lead at the half and never look back. CC kept full control of this one to join the winners bracket, 69-36. Donovan Samuels and Tavari Roker dropped 11 points apiece in the victory. Reigning champs of the Hugh Campbell tournament, the C.I. Gibson Rattlers would take on the Westminster College Diplomats in the feature game of the night, and this one would start out with a fast-paced and close first quarter, with C.I. leading the way 17-14. The champs would gain some headway by going up 42-34 to end the half. With their foot on the gas now, the Rattlers would sting the Diplomats 66-55. Coach KJ Johnson on his team's first game performance.
We got to play, just tournament play. Everybody comes ready to play. And they bring their best game against C.I. Gibson. So at the end of the day, if we don't play, we give ourselves a chance to lose. So we got to come ready every game, no matter who we play. Focus on just taking care of basketball.
Big plays and intense basketball action continues all week long at the AF Adderley Gymnasium. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
So in hoops, the Bahamas men's national basketball team are roughly 24 hours away from the first in a pair of big matchups in the latest FIBA AmeriCup qualifiers. The Bahamas playing host in this window with Cuba on Thursday and the United States on Sunday. The veteran-laden squad taking to court on Tuesday for their first practice. Guard Dominic Bridgewater and head coach John Lucas III.
Our trip to come home is always a blessing, so
This one year is even more special because it means a lot more than the last couple sets, but it's very excited to be on. For sure, the chemistry is really important, especially with the training camp we have going on now. It's going to be extra important for us, so with this team we got together, it's going to be really helpful.
Guys, I know everybody's back home, want to see friends and family, but this is also a business trip. This is a business trip. I want them to enjoy themselves, but just know when we come in between these doors and between these lines, it's go time. There's no playing around. It's no about thinking about what you're going to do after or what you did before. It's all about the game and get ready for the game plan, which is Thursday. Right now, we're looking at Cuba only, and then we'll get the Team USA after we take care of Cuba. It's always great. That was very important. But the guys we had in Cuba at that time, they did a hell of a job. A lot of them played out of their normal positions, and they gave us everything we got. So I don't want to take anything away from that, but I think it's going to be a different team than we had on the last window, because now we do have guards who can turn the corner, who are more natural at that point guard playmaking ability, and it just frees up those guys who had to play in a different position. It puts them back in a natural position where they can thrive.
From the collegiate ranks, Bahamian freshman with the Baylor Bears, VJ Edgecombe, continuing a phenomenal first season. Edgecombe and the Bears would drop another home game to number 50 in Arizona, 74-67. Edgecombe was averaging 15 points, struck for a game-high 24, going 6 of 13 from the field. After a slow shooting start to the season in conference games, the 6'5" guard is shooting 44% from the field and 35% from three, proving to be a high-level scorer. In addition to his defensive playmaking instincts, Edgecombe sitting firmly in the top 5 amongst most NBA mock draft boards. On the women's side, you'll let Max McQuinn and Rayma Collins and the Ole Miss Lady Rebels with another tough out in conference play. Despite 22 points from KK Deans, they would fall to number 16 Tennessee 80-71 in Knoxville. Ole Miss currently sits 6th in the SEC.
Oh, there was a great environment today. Proud of my team's effort on the comeback. I thought the first quarter killed us, and from an offensive standpoint, I feel like we missed so many layups. Most times when we do uncharacteristic stuff like that, most times it comes down to maybe a fatigue factor, a shock factor, but nevertheless, I thought that was the deciding factor of the game. So every time we made a push, it was for us to get back in the game and not pull away.
Now, as mentioned previously, day 3 is normally when the Family Island teams come to town, and tonight is no exception. A look at the lineup, 4 games on deck. Sunland, they will take on Patrick J. Bethel. That game will be followed by Tabernacle and SC Boodle. The third game of the late session will be St. George's taking on Agape. And in the nightcap, the GSSA champions, the Antal Rogers Timberwolves, they will take on the Gateway Academy Eagles out of Bimley. There's certainly a lot of intense action here on day 3 of the 41st Hugh Campbell basketball tournament. Signing out from AF Adderley, I'm Amajal Knowles. A check on weather when we return.
The Sports Report has been brought to you by the Sir Durward Knowles National Junior Sailing Championship. Join the ZNS Television Network and the ZNS YouTube page on Wednesday, February 19th, starting at 8 p.m. and see the broadcast of the opening evening session of the Highway Church of God 60th Annual General Convention. Live from the Church of God Temple, Coconut Grove Avenue, and Katie Josie Way. Under the theme, From Glory to Glory, be enriched